Good morning and welcome to my porch on a perfectly rainy, dreary day. Y'all know these are my days. Love these days. It was pouring earlier and I thought I wouldn't get to come out here because you wouldn't be able to hear over the rain, but it slacked off for the minute. And when I sat down, looked in the phone here, I'm wearing camouflage. I'm trying to blend in with the wreath back there. Look, I got my little earrings on. Beverly sent me. So we're going to talk about, first of all, David says, tell everybody hey. So, hey. I told him I would. He's in there. Listen. He had an extra run yesterday. So, he was able to run during the day instead of the night. So he had a full night's sleep last night, which means he's going to be up all day, which means he's already in there watching them blasted car shows, which means up until I go to the doctor, I'm going to be in my craft room. Because I can't stand those shows. But I'm not going to tell him to change it because he has watched so much Criminal Minds with me. It is not even funny. When I know he likes the show, but he don't like it like I like it. Listen, I can see something on my glasses, so excuse me. And so there's no way under the sun I'm going to tell him to change it. I will just sit there, suffer through it. I will put some little earphones in and watch some YouTube, or I will just sit in my craft room and do something. Watch Criminal Minds. But I go to the doctor this afternoon. It's my new primary care. The first visit when I established with them was the nurse practitioner, and then this one is with the doctor. So just, my 3-month follow-up, just and then make sure I've met both of them. So I'm looking forward to that, which I've seen her before at the old practice before she moved out on her own. So she's a nice woman. Oh my gosh, they're so nice. And listen, she's gonna draw my blood. And I hope to goodness that Jarvis don't have such a trouble with me today. I have been drinking water this morning. Of course, I'm having my coffee now because, porridge and coffee go together. But I'm really not in the mood to be stuck 5 times again. Yeah, wish me luck. So, first of all, we will talk about my food. Now, Friday, we already said I didn't track. We talked about Friday. Saturday, I used 35 of my 35 points. I had 1,451 calories and 47 total carbs and 34 net carbs. And somebody asked how you get the net carbs. You take your total carbs and you're subtracting any fiber and or sugar alcohols because they don't affect you in the same way. I'm not going to sit here and try to explain it to you and tell you something wrong without having some paper in front of me. But that's what you do to get your net carbs. Because those are the ones that affect your blood sugar and whatnot. Those kind of things. For breakfast, I had 2 eggs and some of my sausage. David made me my sausage that morning. And lunch, I just had 2 beef sticks and an ounce of those cheese curds. That's just what I had. Supper, we had a ribeye the size of our head. We went to Target, and y'all know I don't get out to those big stores. That's a big store to me. But we wanted to do some toy shopping for Sebastian. So, while we were there, we're like, well, let's just go ahead and look at their steaks. Because, Target has good meat. We were going to go to Harris Teeter, get it out of the butcher case. We're like, well, let's look at theirs. Oh, my gosh. They were beautiful. So, we threw them up in the buggy. I mean, they were big old steaks. We're like, let's break out of our little box and try something new on the side. Because what do you have with a steak? You have a baked potato. We were not going to have a baked potato. So we got some asparagus and we got a head of cauliflower. And we grilled the asparagus and cauliflower steaks. Just Obviously not because they taste like a steak, because they don't. But you cut them like a steak. You know what? Not bad at all. We would, and David, he even sat there and he's like, I can't believe I'm saying this. I like asparagus. Yes. So, we have got us a new vegetable. We will now be eating asparagus. I liked it too. I just put some olive oil spray on it, salt and pepper, nothing special. And then, well, now I will. We had one bunch of it, and he come in and he had the cauliflower and that on the pan, you know. And I said, "What happened to the what happened to the asparagus?" He said, "It shrunk up." I said, "It didn't shrunk up that much." I said, "They ain't, but half the asparagus that I sent out with you." He goes, "Well, I dropped one or two in the grate, right?" I'm like, "How many did you drop?" He goes, "Well, maybe 4 or 5." He probably dropped like 7 or 8. I think we have one of those grill pan toppers, whatever it is, where you can put little stuff like that on it. I think we have one of those in the building that we have never, ever used. Seems like I saw it the other week when I was out there looking for some Christmas stuff or something. I don't know. So that's what we'll do next time. And then the cauliflower steaks, we just needed to cook them. We cooked them, grilled them as long as it said, but they were still just too... They weren't raw crunchy, but they were still too crunchy for us. We like our stuff soft. But you know what? It really changed that flavor. It didn't have that funky cauliflower taste to it, like that mashed cauliflower that we just could not eat. It was pretty doggone good. We'll be doing that again. So we branched out and we found 2 new vegetables to eat. And we're pretty doggone excited about it. Then... Now that was early. We ate early. Because first of all, we don't have the light in the back. Ever since he fixed the eaves, he never put the light back up, so it's dark as the... What they say... What did Ricky say on I Love Lucy? Dark as the inside of a sombrero, or something like that. That's what the backyard looks like. So we had to grill before it got dark. And you know it gets dark at like 5 o'clock. So we ate early. So by late on that night, I needed some popcorn. So I had me some popcorn. And that was Saturday. Now, yesterday, whole different story. I don't know what my problem was yesterday. I was just hungry. I was just wanting something all day long. And I don't know. I'm looking at what I ate, and I didn't start my day off with anything good. Of course, I didn't yesterday either. Lunch was beef sticks and cheese curds, and I still made it until supper. So, and it was the exact same breakfast. So I don't know what my issue was yesterday, but I blew it on the carbs. Let me just tell you. So I had 45 of my 35 points. But I still have 40 weeklies, so I only used 10 weeklies. And since I didn't use any Saturday, which is my weekly using day, I didn't feel bad. I don't feel bad about using my points. 1,815 calories, so that's not super duper bad. Here's the moment of silence. 164 total carbs and 137 net. Okay, so for breakfast, 2 eggs and sausage. Lunch, I had a pack of beef jerky. When we got that beef jerky the other week, I went ahead and separated it out into 1-ounce baggies. So I had a little baggie of beef jerky and a little baggie of the Parmesan wisps, and I ate those while I was editing my meal prep. So that was my lunch. So I really should have taken time to eating something better. See, my prep for the 4 days lunch still messes me up those other 3 days. I've got to try to figure out, I've got to have something better on hand for the 3 days that I don't have my meal prep lunches to get something good in my belly. So I got to work on that. And then I had 2 sugar-free Jellos. Dinner, we had chicken in a crock pot, the creamy crock pot chicken, and green beans and salad with some ranch, and then I had some popcorn, but this time I just made one of those little Oral Redenbacher Smart Pops because I was too lazy to pull out my air popper, and it's still 3 points, same difference. Here is what got me. For probably a week now, I have those big plastic, like, cereal containers, I guess you would say. I found them at Sam's last year sometime. I don't know. What year are we in? It is so daggum confusing. I think I got them last year, because I don't think I've been to Sam's but once this year, and I've had them for a long time. Anyway, so here's Raisin Brands in one. Well, they're too big for my cabinet with all the other stuff. I had them in my, like, pull-out pantry, but I got so much other stuff in there now. I just got them sitting in the middle room where I got some other, food storage. Well, I go in there, and for about a week, I've been looking at that Raisin Bran thinking, I need you. Now, mind you, I never eat his Raisin Bran. When I say the word never, I mean never. I don't want it, and I don't eat it. But I had the hot oh, I forgot the, it's in my tracker, but I forgot to write it down. I'll tell you what else I ate. I forgot to write it down. It is definitely in my tracker, and those numbers are correct. Because I went over it before I come out here. I've been having hots for that cereal. So, last night, I made a Jethro-sized bowl of Raisin Bran with some skim milk, and I ate till my gut was full. And you know what? I feel so satisfied. I feel like I don't need no more cereal, don't want no more cereal. I ain't craving no bread. I just wanted that cereal. So I had it, and I'm done with it. I don't think the points or the calories are going to derail me at all. But the carbs in that cereal were outrageous. The carbs what I ate Thanksgiving were outrageous, not volume-wise, because I told you I didn't eat that much. But there was only 2 things on our dinner, except for Mama's slaw, and I forgot to get any, and then Kyle took it all home. That was not a carb, and I am not exaggerating you. That was the green beans, and the turkey, and the pork butt. Period. And my little chicken breast. That is it. Every single thing else on that island was a carb. Hold on. But you can't guess that was a truck. So, if I'm up, it's still early in the week, but if I'm up Thursday, I'm not going to be surprised, because these carbs, see, this is the thing about carb. If you're, everybody don't process them the same way. And if you have diabetes and you're having a hard time getting it under control, I'm going to tell you, try low carb. Now, I'm not trying to tell you to stop, drop, and go keto. No. Start by cutting out your sugar and cutting out your white flour. Just do it. Your numbers will change. The endocrinologist told me that has a huge effect on your blood sugar. He don't like starches at all. He's the one that told me when I went, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And what I was doing was low carb. I am not, I say it, I think every time I talk about it, because there's just people who, they don't understand. If you say you're on Weight Watchers, then you have to do it one certain way. No, you don't. People have different dietary restrictions, and people with diabetes, starches is an enemy. So that is one major benefit that I have found from cutting out those certain foods. The other one is this weight loss. So today, after eating that cereal, I feel so bloated. I don't know if the carbs I ate Thanksgiving, that giant load that I ate last night, if that is going to carry me with a weight gain through to Thursday, or if I'm going to be able to reverse it. I don't know, but I do know I feel worse after I eat them. So I'm going to stick with it. I'm just going to stick with it. Now, what I forgot to tell you, what I ate was when I meal prepped, I ate one of those low-carb biscuits, and they're pretty good, I'll tell you. I think I've said it like 3 or 4 times. They get the job done. They're made with almond flour, and so they're not light and flaky, fluffy, I should say, but they still have a nice texture. They're still, matter of fact, I'm going to have one for my breakfast. I might eat yet. The other thing I made was those peanut butter blondies. Yes, please. They are so good. I told David, he was going to go to work. I said, okay, I'm making these peanut butter blondies. I said, I'll be sure and leave you one over there. I said, but I'm probably going to freeze them just so I'm not tempted to eat them. I told you on my meal prep how good that thing was. Well, he come in last night. It was a long day, long day. He didn't get home till 9:30, I guess. I don't know. 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. And I had supper ready, obviously, for hours. So he ate his supper. I said, no, your peanut butter's in that piece of tinfoil. He sat over there. I was on my chair, and he was over on the table. He goes, I see why you had to lock his thing up. I'm like, good, ain't it? He goes, oh boy. So, yes. If peanut butter is your trouble spot, don't make them, because I'm going to tell you what, they're good. Yeah, they're in the freezer. They are in the freezer. So, like you said, you have to work harder to get to them. Make you work hard to want to eat it. I'm like, yeah, it does, because you have to think about it and throw it out, because you're not going to throw it in the microwave. It'll ruin it. So, anyway, that was his thoughts on the peanut butter. Now, let me tell you one more really exciting thing. This is like the most exciting. So tomorrow, I go to Duke. My neurosurgeon wants me to see this, whatever they're called, physiatrist, I don't know, the doctors that can give you the shots. He said they have shots that, different kind of shots they can do up there that probably are not the ones I had down here. And he wanted me to actually meet the doctor in person, you know, before, like I let somebody do something to me, because me and him do it over Zoom. But he said he'd rather me meet this doctor, and it's a woman. I looked her up. And so I go up there tomorrow. I got to leave at the butt crack of dawn. Well, David reminded me, I think I told you this, but in case you didn't hear it, we were talking about, and we weren't even talking about the doctor, we were just talking about the DT. You know, I told you, he said, reckon if we bought any stock in the DT, we'd get some of our money back. Funny man. Anyway, we were sitting at the table eating, and I was talking about getting something at the DT or doing the DT or whatever. And he's a planker. He should be a statue. He was just sitting there eating, and we wasn't saying nothing. And he goes, well, you know, you go right through there. I'm like, what are you talking about? He is one of these, he will start talking in the middle of a sentence that's already started in his head. Y'all know anybody like that? He's already, in his mind, said this many words, and then he starts talking. Like you're supposed to know what the Samuel he means. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, you got to go right through Burlington on the way to your doctor, to Duke. I'm like, because it didn't dawn on me. He's absolutely right. Right down the interstate, smack through Burlington. And that is where I have seen it called both. I have seen it called one of the biggest. I've actually seen it called three things. I've seen it called one of the biggest Dollar Trees in the world. I've seen it called one of the biggest Dollar Trees in the United States. And I've seen it called the biggest Dollar Tree. Don't care which one it is. It's going to be big. And it better be good. I told y'all. When I get through with my doctor's appointment, you know that's where I'm going. That is where I'm going. And John's like, you better FaceTime me. I'm like, you know I will. John, tomorrow afternoon, I don't know how long it's going to take me at the doctor. My appointment's at 10:30. So, I don't know how far in between there and there. Anyway, if the kids are up from their nap, it's going to be dun-dun time. You know what I mean. We're going to have business to attend to. So, you better be prepared tomorrow afternoon. But I told her, I was like, I really want them to have a lot of stuff, but then I don't want them to take all my money. I'm torn. I want them to have all the things that we see on the halls, all the things that we want, all the things, but I don't want them to take all my money. It's a catch-22, you know, but I am so excited. I'm going to be so tired by the time, well, sitting in that car for so many hours makes me tired, but walking around, I don't know how big, I have not looked it up. I don't know how many square feet this place is. I just don't know. I just don't know what to expect till I get there. So anyway, plan on sometime this week, there's going to be a Dollar Tree haul from a big Dollar Tree. I'll find out when I get there. If I have to ask somebody, I will ask them, what do y'all call this store? What is this store? I will find out. I would film some stuff, but FaceTime and Joan will take precedence over filming a walkthrough. You can go on YouTube and find walkthroughs for it. I've looked at them, not closely because they're not anything recent that I have found. So it would be recent stuff. But anyway, so that's my exciting news for tomorrow. Ain't y'all happy for me? I am so happy for me. All right. Okay, well, that's all I know for today. I'm going to go on in there and eat my breakfast and get this here video uploaded and just plan on staying on track. And I'll meet back with you. This is Monday. Tomorrow's out. It's a wash. I'm gone all day. I'm not going to come tell you what I ate Wednesday. So if I don't see you between now and then, maybe there'll be a DT haul Wednesday. We'll see. Then I will definitely see you Thursday for a weigh-in, and we will either be up or we will be down. Either way, I'm not even going to sweat it because I know this has been a different week than what I have been doing, and I've not been off plan. Like last night, I don't consider that falling off the wagon. I might got a little whiplash and ate that cereal, but I didn't fall off the wagon. And my head, it popped back into place, so I'm good. We'll see come Thursday. Well, I'll know in between now and then, because you know I'll hop on the scale because it's what I do. All right, I'll just talk to y'all later. See you on the next video.